In this chapter, we'll be looking at creating classes and how to enroll your students. As we have mentioned, a student must always be enrolled in a class within the active scholastic year. Otherwise, you can't find them using the super search, and they will not be able to use the portal or be classed as part of your student data for that year. Go to the Administer module and open Class and Students. Here, with all school access, super users can see all the active classes within the system, and also the new registration and archive classes. A class is how MySchool groups students together in the same year group. You can have one class per class level, or break these down into smaller class clusters. Each class can have a teacher assigned to them, where maybe they take advisory sessions, or take attendance in an assembly period, or form time. Classes need to be created on a yearly basis, and the students will be promoted through your rollover. You can check a student's class enrollment in their profile. Quick Actions allow super users to create classes in one simple click. You can also do this in the class list page. So let's create a class. As we have said, you create classes on a yearly basis. This can either be manual or by using the rollover tool. Next, you select the class level in which the students will be enrolled. This will also provide the stem of the class name. We saw how this can be configured in the school configuration chapter. The final part is to add a unique identifier, or leave blank if you just have one class per level. For the younger students, why not add a fun naming convention instead? So one of the inherent roles for users is a class teacher. Educators who have been assigned to a class can have restricted access to only their class students. So go to Pick Teachers. Select an appropriate school level, then select from the staff members that have an employment context of primary. Then Apply. You can set a group of staff members to be class teachers if they share responsibility throughout the year. There is no distinction in access levels between the main teacher and the secondary teacher, however. Next step is to enroll the students in the class. Either do this via the class enrollment page or individually in their Enrollment tab. Let's have a look at how simple this can be. This method can be used in rollover, where you select students from one class in a year to be promoted to a new class in the next. A whole school can be set up in a matter of minutes. Remember that for a student to be searchable, they must always be enrolled in a class during the current scholastic year. In this example, we will quickly move the students who are in the new registration level to be enrolled in a Grade 1 class. Select individually or as a group, and validate with the Apply button. We can see that all the students are going to be enrolled into their new class within the year. The year dates are set automatically. These can be manually updated for late starters. Let's check out the Enrollment tab of the profile. We can see the class and that the student is enrolled correctly. If no class is listed, then the student is known as a ghost and will be not picked up by the system. When you manually create a student, a pop-up will warn you that the student must be enrolled in one class in order for you to save their profile. The start date in the bottom left-hand corner is an information field and needs to be manually added for your records. Within your MySchool system, you should not delete profiles, only if they are duplicates or have been entered in error. Students who leave your institution need to be placed in the withdrawn class. You can use the withdraw button or enter a leaving date. This will remove the student from attendance and assessment rosters. The student will be withdrawn from their course list as well. But let's look now at what happens if a student is unenrolled from a class by mistake, for example. We can see here that there is no class listed under their name, and if we use Super Search, we cannot locate them. The students have lost context and are classed as ghosts, as we explained earlier. The only way to find them and reinstate their profiles is by using Advanced Search. So let's go there and locate the student and reinstate them by changing the dates manually or simply adding another class. A very common mistake is that super users forget to remove the leaving date. This means that each night the system will check in this field and withdraw the student automatically. It will continue to do so every night, so double check this field if the student keeps disappearing from your class rosters on a daily basis. With class enrollment and the people picker, promotion management is super simple. Let's say that you have not decided on your class sets for the next year, but you still want to promote your students. Simply change the system year by using time travel. Create a class called Intake, for example, where we just want to promote our grade 10s into a grade 11. Open the Pick Students selector and change the year to represent your actual system year. Now find the students in grade 10. Select the whole year group and apply. You see, easy. You've promoted all the active students from grade 10 into year 11. You can then separate them into smaller class groups once you have finalised your capacity or decided on levels. Promote your leavers into the graduated class this way, or create a new enrolment intake class for your new applicants. Understand that class enrolment is a fundamental way of managing your students' data within your MySchool system.